What's going on? We back once again. Marcy Sports Talk, we in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And the bookies in Vegas list the Detroit Lions to have the second best odds at +4 or +500 to land wide receiver Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you got some good odds to get Antonio Brown. It looks like, I think Atlanta is first. I think Atlanta came in first with the best odds, and that's after Julio came out and said, we don't need him, we got enough, at +400. And I think he's exactly right. You know, Matt Ryan got every weapon in the book, but tied with the Jets for second best odds at +500. You already know I'm not a fan of bringing Antonio Brown here. Just, 30-year-old receiver, 5'10", 5'11", whatever he is. Like last year, they was about to trade for Gronkowski. And you see Gronkowski is legitimately done unless he pulls off some type of playoff miracle tomorrow versus the Chargers, or Sunday, excuse me. That's Detroit. Detroit likes to bring in old veterans here. And Antonio Brown is old in football years at 30. But that's not even my major sticking point with him. It's just the fact that, his whole routine, crybaby, don't get the ball, and you put that with Stafford, who really nonchalant, who's used to dealing with receivers like Calvin Johnson, who don't complain for the ball. It could be a good thing. It could be Antonio Brown could light a fire under Matthew Stafford, or maybe for him, the Pittsburgh Steelers organization or situation was so toxic that, that maybe that's the way he was. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's something that you have to sit down and talk to him about. He already got a deal, so he ain't got to worry about hashing on the deal with him. He'll be what the Lions looking for, I would guess. You got two big receivers on the outside, Galladay, and you got Marvin Jones, and you can mix in Antonio Brown. It sounds good. It really do. It sounds like you got great things going. Another marquee receiver to go in. They can play inside, can play outside, can do some good things. But I'm talking about the baggage, the age. At one point, does he drop out of his prime? And for some reason, some guys tend to come to Detroit and they tend to not play so well no more. I'm not into bringing a pricey veteran in. Now, if we talking Odell Beckham, somebody that's in their mid-20s that got a lot of football left, very athletic, fast, is still in his prime, then we talking different. Because they both got antics. The only antics wrong with Odell Beckham is that he's trying to tell the New York Giants that you need a quarterback. Eli Manning suck. And they don't like that. Anytime you diss football royalty in the Mannings, you got to go. That's why they're not pushing Eli out the door. Because they don't want to disrespect Peyton and Archie. You can't disrespect football royalty. And I was talking to my other channel about how they covered up some of the things that the Mannings went through, which I won't discuss on this page. I went live from other channels called Goodfellas Sports TV this morning and kind of told a story about Peyton Manning that happened in college, how they covered up for him. For those who don't know the story. But I really have Odell, man. You know what I'm saying? If they bring Antonio Brown here, I ain't going to be mad about it unless they mortgage the whole future for him. But, once again, I don't know, man. I don't see the Lions going out there getting him anyway. Not a frugal organization, a cheap organization. I just don't see them doing it. That's my personal opinion. They got a second best odds all they want to. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a big pickup. It'll sell more tickets. In my opinion, is it going to uplift the offense? Because we had Golden Tate here. We had Jones here. We had Kenny Galladay that's rising. We had Calvin Johnson, Nate Burleson, Pettigrew. Had Ebron before. We had Mike Williams. We had Roy Williams. We had Charles Roy. We had so many receivers come here. And, it didn't work. It didn't work because this franchise fucking sucks at really putting complete talent around the team. We have never, from what I remember, ever since post-Berry, we've never been able to go up the field, pick up first downs, and put the ball in the end zone. We haven't been able to do that. Will Antonio Brown help that out? Yeah, he could. He could. Even with Calvin, we couldn't do it. Consistency, go down there and put the ball in the red zone, in the end zone. So, it's a risk. And the Lions always take the wrong risk. If you're going to give up something for Antonio Brown, I'll go get Odell, man. If Odell available, I get Odell. I'd rather deal with Odell than deal with Antonio Brown. Like, there's some of the stuff he done in the past year, you know, with the whole Mike Tomlin thing of a few years ago, doing Facebook Live in the locker room, very immature, from throwing his couch off a balcony, almost killing an infant this past summer because somebody robbed his apartment. It's just too much antics, bro. There's too many antics, running the wrong routes with Ben Roethlisberger, get kicked out of practice. He said, "Get him out of here." He got mad at Big Ben Roethlisberger, crying on the sideline because he's not getting the ball enough. Do you really think this organization can really deal with Antonio Brown? He used to win and we started to lose, and he really acted out. He started crying. He started bitching and moaning. And then do you really want Stafford to be honed in on one receiver again? Because he was honed in on Calvin Johnson, and Calvin Johnson wasn't vulgar. He wasn't demonstrative into asking Matthew Stafford for the ball 24/7. Now you bring a guy in Antonio Brown who's demonstrative, who's going to ask for the ball, who's going to show Stafford up on the sideline. Now, one, you know, next scenario, Stafford going to start force-feeding Antonio Brown. For two, that may light a fire under Stafford. Maybe this is the leader, the fiery leader the Detroit Lions offense need, because God knows they don't have a fiery leader over there. You know, we've never had a leader on offense. Calvin was a lead by example. Obviously, Ebron can never be a leader. Stafford ain't too fiery. Kerryon's a rookie. You know, Jones is a pretty nice guy. Galladay is still young. So we never really had a fiery leader, you know, over there in with the Lions. So, you know, from that standpoint, you talking about pros and bringing Antonio Brown here. I think leadership, you know, even though he's immature, but fiery leadership. He bring a playoff pedigree. He's probably one of the best 2 or 3 receivers in the NFL. Can play the slot position with Golden Tate been aiming at. He can play on the outside. He can get deep. He can get vertical. Got great hands. Great route runner. He bring a lot to the table. Cons, it's going to cost you a lot to get him probably. Pittsburgh Steelers owner said he don't envision where they can, you know, make amends, so they plan on dealing them. Okay. Cons, look at it. Immature, childish, on and off the field, immature, childish, a spoiled brat. He'll be a locker room cancer as well if he don't get his way. You know, can make Stafford force feed him, and Stafford just relapse and just go back to force feeding like he did Calvin. So, and another kind is he's older. He's 30 years old. I know they ain't old to people in football years. That's old. And he can lose a step or half a step at any given time. And it's the Lions' luck for him to lose a whole 2 steps as soon as he get here. He a shell of himself. Just like they would have traded for Gronkowski. They would have traded for Gronkowski, got absolutely nothing. You know? So those are things you just pretty much look at in those situations, man. And you know, that's what you look at. But you know, it is what it is. People gonna say they want Antonio Brown, look at the talent. I'm one of them guys to say no. But the Lions got the second best odds to land him according to Vegas. If they do land him, I'm not going to be upset like, oh, stupid line. I mean, support the team as usual. Hopefully get us to the next level. And hopefully they can invest into, you know, finding the right side of the line with that. And getting a complimentary back to Kerryon Johnson. They can just fix their holes on defense as well. But we'll see, man. You know, Detroit is always known for pretty much making splash plays for older players when they out there prime. And for my opinion, I would take a run at Odell Beckham before I bring Antonio Brown in. But if they bring Antonio Brown in, they're gonna sell a hell of a lot of season tickets. That's what they want. They're gonna sell a hell of a lot of jerseys and Antonio Brown merchandise, and they might get on some primetime games next year, man. But this team got a lot of holes to fix. But you know, it is what it is. It's my personal opinion. I'm good on bringing in Antonio Brown in here. But let me know how you guys feel about AB. It's Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can DM me on those sites or add me on Twitter. Or as well, you can also hit me up in my email. That's there as well. If you got a question, business inquiry, or sponsorship, hit me up on those platforms, preferably email or Twitter. I get those messages faster. And, you know, if you want to make a donation to the channel, that link's there as well, too. And you can check out my other channel, Goodfella Sports TV. Check us out over there. Hopefully, you know, we go stream of the week this week. We're going to be streaming one football game, live stream from your boy, God willing. Blessings, Mercy Sports Talk, your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.